Hey, welcome back to another episode of Energy Storage Lingo. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about something that comes up a lot when referring to energy storage systems, and that is AC and DC coupling. Let's go. So it seems like when you do a search for AC or DC coupling, people are usually asking which one is better, or AC versus DC coupling. And I don't think that's the right way to go. Because with almost everything in this industry, there is no definitive one-size-fits-all, ever. Right? So when somebody says, well, which one is better, AC or DC coupling, the answer is always that two-word answer. It depends. But I guess all these sites are using the same AI tool to grab information off the internet and then make their own article about it, because they all say the same thing, and they don't really say it very well. So when we talk about coupling, what they are referring to is the way the battery is connected to the system. So it's either connected on the AC side or it's connected on the DC side. We'll start with DC coupling because it came first. So in a DC coupled system, we have one inverter, and it is a hybrid inverter, which means it converts DC to AC and vice versa. But it has two DC components connected to it. The first one is the PV array, and the second one is the battery. So when you look at this, the array electrons are basically directly coupled to the battery. They go right in there. There's no other conversion needed. This is why we say DC coupling. Now, in an AC coupled system, the battery, as I said, is on the AC side. And in this type of architecture, there's typically two inverters. You have a solar or PV inverter, which only converts the DC from the array into AC. And then the hybrid inverter will then take that AC, convert it to DC to charge the batteries. So one of the things that always comes up during this conversation is the round trip efficiency. And what we mean by that is the charging and discharging losses of the battery. And this becomes a very contentious subject to a lot of people. Like, round trip efficiency is the only thing that matters. And I'll point out that in a grid-tied battery backup application, it don't matter. And I know I get a lot of flack for that. Bring it on. So in a DC coupled system, the round trip efficiency is generally around 98%. That's pretty dang good. Only 2% losses going in and out of the battery. For an AC coupled system, it's anywhere between 90 to 95% for a round trip efficiency. I mean, again, 90%, man, that's kind of bad. It's par for the course when you look at the two different systems. But there are some things that kind of offset that in an AC coupled system. It's one of the pros for AC coupling. If most of your loads are during the day, then an AC coupled system is more efficient, or as efficient as a DC coupled system. Okay, so if most of your loads are during the day, that means as soon as the inverter converts the DC to AC, those AC electrons are directly consumed by the loads. That's still 2% loss. But that's not what everybody wants to talk about. All right, they strictly want to dive into the fact that 98 is a higher number than 90. For grid-tied battery backup, as I said, it doesn't matter. And show me how that matters. Right? Just because 98 is a bigger number than 90 doesn't mean that's what you should focus on. Okay, it just doesn't. How many people out there buy cars strictly for miles per gallon? I know some of you do. And so if you are driving hybrid cars and miles per gallon matters to you, then you must be driving Prius, because that's the highest miles per gallon of any hybrid car out there. Well, I drive an EV. Oh, then you must drive a Tesla, because they've got the best EMPG out there. Oh, you don't? Oh, okay, so there's something other than miles per gallon that you should focus on for a car purchase investment. Same thing with batteries. So what it boils down to, if the existing site has solar, it already has a system, then you will probably use an AC coupled architecture. And they will bring in a hybrid inverter and a battery and we will use your existing solar to charge the new battery. That's how it is. So if the installer comes to your house and there's no solar on it, you're getting a DC coupled system, period. Because each one of those has a particular price factor associated with it. Okay, if you come to an existing home with solar and you're going to install another battery, it's just not cost effective to rip out that inverter and replace it with a hybrid inverter. Matter of fact, in some places you can't do that. Okay, if you have an existing lease or PPA, or you went with one of the big box solar companies, like, you can't touch that inverter. So you have to leave it there. So then you must go AC coupling. And if you have nothing on your home, you're getting DC coupled because it's the cheaper solution, because you only need one inverter. That's just the way it is. You can challenge me on that and you can pull out an outlier, but the overwhelming majority of the applications are all dependent upon what is installed already. So that's it for AC and DC coupling. I hope it was helpful to you. If you want to learn more about these industry energy storage terms and the lingo, then I wrote a book called The Battery Powered Home, and I cover all the basic and advanced terms that are used in our industry. And I wrote this so that anybody can understand it, all the way from a person who doesn't even know what PV stands for, all the way up to the utility engineer. But I do it in a fun and easy to read way, I promise you. So if you have any more questions, or if you're just curious about how the industry works and how energy storage systems operate, buy my book. I guarantee it will help you. Matter of fact, you will know more than that goober that comes knocking on your door wanting to sell you a solar system. Okay, I guarantee it. All right, thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, so you always see what's going on in this channel. And I really appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. See ya.